Good morning, folks. It is Saturday, the 5th of March. This is Flat Cap Callum, and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. All right, coming up today, we've got a normal staking day, so £20 staking day in the form of 3 bets. Before we do that, we'll do a review of yesterday, and once we've done the bets, we will do a word on the golf. All right, before we get started, what I will say is for those of you who are regulars, you know the drill. If you are new to watching this channel on this fine Saturday, here are the headlines for you. This is about value. So we are looking at value in the market. We are not going to have a high turnover of winners. We're looking for long-term profit. Currently the channel is in 21% profit since it started. That's if you covered all the bets, horses and golf, but horses on their own are 21% profit as well. So going well so far. Everything on this channel is free. It will always be free. It is free. Okay, there are lots of other YouTube channels out there where you will get charged for things. This is a take it or leave it channel. It doesn't mean because it's free it's not as good or the tips aren't as great. I just don't feel like I want to take money from anyone else who's trying to have a bet and win at the bookmakers. So I'll happily take the bookmakers' money. I'm not interested in taking any money from you guys. And even if I continue to be doing really well and getting 21% or more profit, I'm not suddenly then going to set up a secret back channel where you're going to give me £5 and then I'll give you even something else more special than what I've given you. What I'm giving you are the best of what I've got. Now, the important thing is that we're playing with value. So we put a lot more bets out that lose, and we will lose a lot more days than we actually win. It is about long-term profit. So the last 2 weeks have gone pretty well, to be honest. We've had 7 days out of 14 we've won. 7 days we've lost. That is a higher ratio than I would normally expect. I would expect to lose more days. So we're on a nice enough run, and yesterday was a decent day. So with that being said, let us get to yesterday's bets. All right, we had stake and a half. We did 7 bets, which I apologise, it was a lot more than I would normally want to do. We started off with a forecast, which we haven't done very many of. The result was terrible on that one. They were 7th and 10th. It was definitely worth a go at the prices. I'm convinced of that. Clearly the result didn't demonstrate that, so that was poor. We then had our first each way lucky 15. We only got one place in the end, Nigel not, but it was agonisingly close. The 320 at Lingfield. We had Nova Vida. We put it at 28s in the channel. It drifted to 50 to 1 in a 6-runner race. And it just got caught wide on the bend, and it was a bunch finish. It was about a neck fourth. We could have, second would have been lovely. First would have been even more amazing. And if you give it an extra 100 yards, it probably would have got there. So very, very close for 50 to 1 on that bet. Then we had bet 2, lucky 15. So we had a place, get Baz out of here, 12 to 1. That was SP and on the channel. And then we had the last leg, Jet of Magic did win. So it was 11 to 1 on the channel. I think it SP'd at 5s, but we had a rule for 40p deduction. So the total bet was £6 for that lucky 15 and £5.96. So it was a break-even bet. We then had the win double. Now, I know a lot of people will have not bothered with the win double. They don't look very interesting or very exciting compared to some of the lucky 15s, but they are there for a reason, and I don't put them out every day. So most of what we do on this channel is each way value, but when I do put win bets out, it is because I really think they're worth their place. So we had gold medal. It was 5 to 4 the SP that we got, and then Monsieur Lecoq 5 to 2. So it might not sound a lot, 5 to 2 and 5 to 4, but we had a £3 win double, and that paid 23.63. So we got back nearly, well, three quarters. It wasn't a bit more than that. 3/4 of what we put on for the whole day on that one bet. So there is no win bets today, I would say. But when I put them out, I put them out for a reason, and they don't look as exciting. But there's a reason why I put out the bets the way that I do. I know people pick and choose. It's entirely up to you. I put the bets the way I do them for a reason, and at the moment the profit margin is showing a nice return. Okay, next each way Trixie, we had a non-runner. We had Rebel Intentions again, 50 to 1. It was 4th. We needed to be 3rd. So in the right ballpark there. The other one was rubbish, so we got nothing back on that Trixie. Then we did an each way Trixie at Dundalk, which didn't do anything, but then the each way Lucky 15 nearly put a really nice win, but it was decent enough as it was. So we had top line Tommy 16 to 1 on the channel, SP at 20, so hopefully some of you got 20s. We only got 16s on the channel. We then had Cursory Exam also second, 9 to 1, 9 to 1 SP. We then had Giuseppe Cassioli, 9 to 1 on the channel, 13 to 2 SP at 1. And then we were going on to Clarin Bridge in the 8:30, and he could only get 6th in a fairly close finish. It was beating a length out of the places at 20 to 1. So 1862. So total for the day yesterday was 30 on, 49.55. So having a really, really nice week. After last week being a cracking week, we look like we're on for a cracking week. So even if it all goes terribly wrong this weekend, we still should make a nice, decent profit for this week. All right. So on to today's bets. 3 bets. This bet is for Dave. So Dave asked me the other day about Lucky 31s. We haven't done any on the channel. We've got one today. I don't do it often because for me, Lucky 15s are a better value for money. So if you think about a Lucky 15 bet, it's 15 bets. Lucky 31 is 31 bets. That is double the amount of bets. So you have to half your stake and double your bets for the same amount, if that makes sense. So you have more of it. You need a lot more of it to work on a Lucky 31 to get yourself a decent profit. But I have found today at Meydan, I've got 5 I like at Meydan, and they are all in a similar ballpark of value. The prices are a bit different, but value, how I perceive value, is similar. So it's just kind of worked out today. So this is our very first Lucky 31 on the channel. We won't do very many of these. And I know Meydan's not going to be for everybody. And first race, really important, first race, early doors, 11:35. So if you do miss the 11:35, then stick it in as a Lucky 15 instead, and do it as our normal bet on there, 20p each way, Lucky 15. But for today, we've got 11:35, paying 4 places, Square de Lune, 17 to 2, 12:45, Sky Bet paying 6 on that, Motafawit, 14s, 2:55, Hakiki, we think, 7 to 1, 3:50, paying 5 on Sky Bet, Felix, 17 to 2, and the 4:05, Eldridge Lab, he says, 18 to 1. So that's a 12 pence each way Lucky 31, and then a 28 pence double on the 2 bigger prices. I really wouldn't call out any of those as better than any others. So I'm just going to do a double on the 2 bigger prices to see if we can get a return on that. It's not normally I put these doubles on if I think it's the best 2. I'd say they're really, really similar in terms of how I perceive the value. So I've done that on there, and it's a funny amount because Lucky 31s don't round up nicely. So it's an £8 bet, 12p each way Lucky 31, and a 28p each way double on the 2 big prices. Okay, and then we've got 2 each way Lucky 15s, and that's our day. So bet 2, first one that we've got there is the 132 Kelso Bold Endeavour. Sky Bet a 4 on that. Most bookmakers aren't. The rest of those races, a lot of bookmakers will pay for, but not on that first one. So watch out for that. Sky Bet Bold Endeavour, 6 to 1, 132 Kelso. Then we've got 248 Newbury, Silvertown. I can't even read my writing. Navan. It's the only one we've got in Ireland today. 248 in Ireland, Silvertown, 16s. 3:15 Kelso, Vladarev, 12 to 1, 5 o'clock Southwell, Barvardagate. I can't say it, can I? Those regulars will know I struggle with some of this. Bavardages, we're going to go with. You can see what it is. The 5 o'clock Southwell. It's already been back team from 16, so I'm curious to see where it goes in the market because it's still value at 11s. 16s would have been better, so we'll see if it drifts out. Some of you might get a better price, but those are fixed in because we don't get best price guarantee on Sky Bet. So we've got 20p each way, Lucky 15, and then bet 3. Okay, here we got 150 Newbury, Paint the Dream, paying 4 places. Most bookmakers are, but check it, 9 to 1. The other 3, no extra places on these races. So these are normal races paying 3 places. 220 Doncaster Gazette Bourgeois 7s, 227 Newbury John Betjeman 12s, and the 7:30 Southwell Recall the Show 7 to 1. So it's a 20p each way Lucky 15. So that is each way, singles, doubles, trebles, and the accumulator. So it's a £6 bet 3. If anybody does want any more reason or rhyme about why I picked them, I'm happy to answer questions in the comments. I don't go into it in the detail, so this video doesn't become like 2 hours long. They're in there. And importantly, one health check here. Regulars know this. If you're not a regular, you don't know this. The stats on the channel are great. 21% profit. But we've never, since we started the channel in 7 weeks ago, have we made a profit on a Saturday. So the huge health warning here is we have had Saturdays as our bugbear. We can't make profit on Saturday. Let's see if it can break it today. Either way, that's what we've got. Word on the golf. That's the word on the golf, basically. we're close enough in some places, but nothing in the placings at the moment. So we'll see how we go in the next 24 hours on the golf. We will regroup tomorrow. Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy your weekend. Cheerio.